Hello children, welcome to our chemistry class. So this is the first class for you, your first session, and in this first session we will do a very easy chapter and you are familiar with that one also, that is the language of chemistry. You have already done in your last class, little bit. So we will do language of chemistry. You know about the element, compound, atoms and molecules. Element, element simple or pure form of matter which cannot be decomposed into simpler substances by any chemical means. And these elements are made up of atoms. Atoms are the smallest unit of matter which take part in the chemical reaction which may or may not have independent existence. And molecules is the smallest unit of a pure substance and which has independent existence. So the symbol is what? Symbol is the shortened representation of an element. It represents one atom of an element. Symbol is the shortened representation of an element. It represents one atom of an element. For example, sodium, it is represented by Na. Calcium, represented by Ca. Hydrogen, H. Oxygen, O. So this is the shortened representation for all these elements and these are symbols. Initially, long back, the scientist, alchemist, represented elements, all the elements in this way. Some figure-like structures has been given to the elements. After that, John Dalton, he has given these as the symbol for the elements. Again, figurative. These are the figures. Alchemist elements represented so it was very elements, difficult to keep all it in the elements mind. In this way, and this some is given by like the structures John Dalton has been given to John the Dalton. Elements. And after that, the John Dalton has given the alphabetical these letters as the symbol for the elements of the again elements figurative. To represent them. These are the figures. The scientist's name was Berzelius. Alchemist Berzelius. He has who proposed first or first two letters of English name of an element to be used as the symbols. He is the first scientist who has used alphabets as the abbreviation for elements to represent elements. So symbol is what? Symbol is the shortened representation of an element. Now next we will know about the importance of the symbol, that is its qualitative meaning and quantitative meaning. Qualitative meaning, a symbol represents a specific element. For example, suppose I write S, then S represents sulfur. I write H, H represents hydrogen. And second thing is that symbol represents one atom of an element. Like S, it represents one atom of sulfur. I write O, O represents one atom of oxygen. H represents one atom of an element. That is qualitative meaning. And quantitatively, the symbol represents mass of an element. And mass of an element is equal to its atomic mass. For example, when I write S, then it represents that how many times one atom of sulfur is heavier than 1 AMU. How many times one atom of sulfur is heavier than 1 AMU. So sulfur, when I say S, means that represents it is 32 times heavier than 1 AMU. Now you will ask, what is 1 AMU? 1 AMU, 1 AMU is equal to 1 by 12 the mass of one carbon 12 atom. The mass of one carbon 12 atom. 1 AMU, that is equal to 1 by 12 the mass of one carbon 12 atom. So that is the quantitative meaning of symbol. So this is all about symbol. You have to learn the symbol for all one atom of all the elements. You have to learn the symbol of elements. Like the symbol for hydrogen is S, nitrogen is N, oxygen is O, fluorine F. Here what happens? Some of the elements represented by the first letter. But if the first letter is same for suppose two elements, like for example cobalt and chlorine, first letter is same, that is C and C, then how they will be represented? The second prominent letter used in English pronunciation is used along with the first letter. So for cobalt is CO and for chlorine it is Cl. The spelling is CHL, but within the pronunciation clo. So L is prominent. So chlorine is represented by Cl. So first letter, either first letter is used as the symbol for some of the elements, and when first letter is same for two or three elements, then along with the first letter the second letter is used, but that must be prominent. And some of the symbols has been derived from the Latin name of some of the elements. For example, for copper it is Cu. Actually the your Latin name for copper is cuprum. So it is Cu. In the same way for lead, it is not Le or L, it is Pb. Why? The Latin name for the lead is plumbum. So it is Pb. In the same way for silver, it is Ag. It is not S or Si because its Latin name is argentum. So you have to keep it in your mind that the symbol for the elements. You have to learn all these symbols. Like for gold, it is Au because its Latin name is aurum. Silver, Ag, Latin name is argentum. Mercury, hydrazinum is the Latin name, so it is Hg. Copper, cuprum, so it is Cu. Lead, plumbum, so it is Pb. Iron, ferrum, it is Fe. Sodium, natrium, Na. Potassium, kalium, K. Tin, stannum, it is Sn. Antimony, strontium, Sb. And tungsten, it is just tungsten is not from the Latin name, it is from the German name, that is Wolfram, W. It is from German name Wolfram, W. And others are these. I will give you a photo of all these elements so that you will learn it. Okay. Now next, after the symbol, we will discuss about the formulae. What is formulae? Formulae is the shorthand representation or abbreviation for one molecule of a compound. One molecule of any compound is represented by formulae. For example, water. The formula for the water is H2O. The formula for the common salt, that is NaCl, sodium chloride, NaCl. Formula for chalk, that is calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3. So one molecule of compound or one molecule of even element is represented by formula. Like element, one molecule of element, suppose I say hydrogen, then it is H2. And when I say nitrogen, then it is N2. So one molecule of a compound or one molecule of an element is represented by formulae, while one atom of an element is represented by symbol. So symbol is the shorthand representation for what? One atom of an element, while formulae is the representation for one molecule of substance. Substance, that is, it may be an element or it may be a compound. Symbol and formula. Like sulfur, S represents sulfur. Sulfur, that is one atom of sulfur. O represents oxygen. H represents hydrogen. But these are what? One atom of hydrogen, one atom of oxygen. And but when I write H2, this is not the symbol, this is the formula. This is the formula and it represents what? This is what? One molecule of hydrogen, O2. This is one molecule of oxygen, H2O. This represents one molecule of water. And when I write NaCl, then it is one molecule of common salt. Now, one molecule of hydrogen consisted of two atoms of hydrogen. One molecule of oxygen consisted of two atoms of oxygen. One molecule of water, it consisted of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Formula gave us idea that one molecule of water consisted of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Common salt, one atom of sodium and one atom of chlorine. Now, what is the significance of formulae? The significance of formulae is that it represents one molecule of the substance, that is one molecule of hydrogen, one molecule of oxygen, one molecule of water, and this is one molecule of sodium chloride first. Second, it represents that one molecule is consisted of how many atoms of each element. So H2 represents that one molecule consists of two atoms of hydrogen. O2 represents one molecule consists of two atoms of oxygen. H2O represents that it consists of two atoms of hydrogen, and one atom of oxygen. And sodium chloride represents that it consists of one atom of sodium and one atom of chlorine. One most important thing is that only pure substances are represented by symbol or formula. Pure substance means element represented by symbol, compound or elements, molecules represented by formula. Mixture has no formula because mixture is not a pure substance. It has neither symbol nor formula.